Welcome to another On Deck Baseball set summary. Today we're going to be diving back into the On Deck Baseball Pro sets, and today we're going to be discussing the History's Best of the Best 6 set. We got 2 boxes in front of you. Again, they are randomly sent out with their sets. They both contain the same set here, which is the History's Best of the Best 6. And you'll find out what teams are in your set by lifting up that front leaf and taking a look at the label. So the History's Best of the Best 6 contains 1908 Cleveland American League team, 1925 Pittsburgh National League, 1933 New York, 1941 Brooklyn National League, 1977 Texas American League, 1987 Toronto American League, 1990 Cincinnati National League, and 1998 New York American League. Before we dive into this box, please hit that thumbs up, leave a comment below. You can leave suggestions for set teams moving forward, what you'd like to see in a set, or anything on deck baseball related. So we're going to go ahead and close up this box and take a look at the teams that are inside of the History's Best of the Best 6. We're going to kick it right off, and we're going back in time, starting off with the most recent. We got 1998 New York American League. Probably kicked off a dynasty with this team. We got Derek Jeter patrolling shortstop, Paul O'Neill in right field, Scott Brocious at third base. These are very familiar names. Bernie Williams in center, 339 average there. Jorge Posada behind the plate, 268 average, 17 home runs. Tino Martinez over at first, 281 average, 28 home runs. Chuck Knobloch at second base. Chad Curtis. The list goes on and on for these players. We'll shoot over to the pitching staff without first. A surprise player here, Shane Spencer. He came up from the minor leagues, hit 373 with 10 home runs. I don't even want to show you the back of this guy's card. The matrix is ridiculous. Andy Pettitte to start out the rotation. David Wells, 3.49 ERA, 163 Ks, went 18-4 in 1998. David Cohn, a 20-7 record, 3.55 ERA, 209 strikeouts. Then you got Hideki Arabu, probably forgotten player on that team. El Duque, Orlando Hernandez. Mariano Rivera, only perfect election to the Hall of Fame, 1.91 ERA, 36 Ks. Ramiro Mendoza, Mike Stan, Graham Lloyd filling out the bullpen. Then we're going back to 1990, Cincinnati. Chris Sabo over at third base, 25 home runs, a 270 average. You got Eric Davis, one of the great what-ifs of baseball. If he did not get injured, definitely on his way to a career path for the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, injuries did plague his career. But 24 home runs, 21 stolen bases there. Barry Larkin did make his way into the Hall of Fame. Shortstop, 301 average, 7 home runs, and 30 stolen bases. Paul O'Neill, second team we're seeing him on in this set. He was a solid right fielder again. Billy Hatcher. We're going to head over to the pitching staff. We got Tom Brown in the 3.80 ERA, 15-9 record. Jose Rijo. We're talking nasty boys when we get to the bullpen, though. We got Randy Myers. Norm Charlton. Look at his matrix. Not a lot of hits there. You got Rob Dibble. Talk about Ks. I mean, we're talking solid bullpen for 1990 Cincinnati. Then we're going back to 1987 and Toronto with the likes of George Bell, belting 47 home runs in 1987, a 308 average. Lloyd Mosby, solid speed, solid defender, great bat. Jesse Barfield, another power hitter, 28 home runs, 263 average. Fred McGriff, the crime dog, started his career in Toronto, 20 home runs. Ernie Witt behind the plate. Willie Upshaw, you got over to the starting staff. And we have Jimmy Key, 2.76 ERA, 1.06 whip. Jim Clancy, a 15-11 record. Dave Stieb, 13-9, 4.09 ERA. Solid team overall. Tom Henke, your closer, 2.49 ERA. Then we're going back to 1977 Texas, a team I learned a lot about and I wasn't very familiar with. Toby Harrah, 264 average, 27 home runs, and 27 stolen bases, a third baseman with some speed. Mike Hargrove, 305 hitter, 18 home runs. Jim Sundberg behind the plate. He's on a lot of teams in these history's best of the best sets. Bert Campaneris, many know him for Oakland's fine teams in the 70s, but spent some time in Texas. Bump Wills. We have his dad, Murray Wills, in the history's best of the best 5 set with the 63 Los Angeles team. Claudell Washington. Then we go to the pitching staff, and you could tell what they were doing when they built this team. They got a lot of Hall of Fame talent here. Gaylord Perry, Doyle Alexander, Bert Blyleven. Then you throw in Doc Ellis, Adrian Devine, their closer. Just solid teams in this set. And we're going to 1941, and what I like to call possibly the greatest what if in baseball history, and that is Pete Reiser. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch this guy play, but I've read books and I've seen film and I've read stories. Played all out, ran into walls and injured himself, and could never come back from it. But in 1941, a .343 average, 14 home runs, and a lot of speed for Pete Reiser. Dolph Camilli, Mickey Owen. Again, this is 1941 Brooklyn. Billy Herman. He had a .291 average, solid defender at second base. So we all know Pee Wee Reese, shortstop for this Brooklyn squad. Joe Medwick. .318 average, 18 home runs, a Hall of Famer there. Then we go over to pitching. And we got Kirby Higbee, Whit Wyatt, Kurt Davis. Another solid team here coming out of Brooklyn. That whole franchise has teams across the decades. Then we're going to shoot across the city, and we're going to go to 1933 New York National League. Mel Ott, .283 hitter, 23 home runs. Bill Terry, .322 hitter, 6 home runs. Johnny Verghese, Gus Mancuso, Huey Kritz. Solid team here, and we're going to go to the pitching staff. Carl Hubble, 1.66 ERA, .99 whip, 156 Ks, a record of 23-12. Hal Schumacher, Freddie Fitzsimmons, Roy Parmalee. Strong 1933 New York National League team. Then we're going to get back another 8 years or so and go over to Pittsburgh for 1925 Pittsburgh. And you're going to have Kiki Cuyler, .357 average, 18 home runs, 42 stolen bases. Max Carey, .343 average, 46 stolen bases. Glenn Wright, another solid squad here from the 20s. You got Ray Kramer, Lee Meadows in the staff, pitching staff. Vic Aldridge, 1925 Pittsburgh. And last but not least, we're going to go to Cleveland, where they named the team after their star player, and that is Nap Lajoie, or Lajoie, however you want to pronounce it. .289 average, 2 home runs, 15 stolen bases in 1908. Jay Clark behind the plate. George Stovall. This is another solid dead ball era team. You can start putting their dead ball era tournaments together. Addy Joss, 1.16 ERA, .81 whip, 24-11 record. Bob Rhodes, 18-12 record, 1.77, 1.12 whip. 2.20 ERA for Glenn Liebert, 1.16 whip. These are solid teams here in the history's best of the best 6 set. If you guys have any questions about this squad, please leave a comment below. This is another solid set, another solid set of teams to put into your tournaments. Hope you guys enjoyed that video and that quick description and summary of teams in that set. Hope you guys have a great night. Thank you. Bye.